Mi gente. Mi gente, mi gente. Oh, gosh, my camera really messed up here. Look at that. What's going on? Happy Wednesday night, Thursday morning in good old bright Sydney, Australia.
Oh, what's that thing at the bottom of the stream?
That's the chat,
I can hear
bro.
myself, by the way.
Oh, you can hear yourself? Can you always hear yourself?
Wait, what's that thing at the bottom of the screen?
That's the chat.
It's the chat. You figured it out?
Yeah, it's kind of hard already though. Like, it's not. It's not amazing. Let me finish. Fix my.
Oh, that's cool. So, can you choose what comments to put up there? Sorry, guys. And we're like, I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Nah, yeah, I forgot to tell you that. No, I can't choose the comments that go up there.
You can?
I cannot. Not at least not.
Oh,
that,
he
not,
cannot.
At least
not
not
right
that
now.
I know
Okay.
of right now. I was rapping to the intro beat.
That's funny.
This is cool. Like, it kind of pops up. I don't know if you can see it.
Yes, sir. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Hey, if you haven't done so, please drop a like. Show us some love. Let's try and reach some more people in this community. What's up, TNT, Gator, Tommy? Aaron said yesterday got cut off right before.
Yeah, bro.
Yep,
My internet just kaput itself.
I know.
It literally just went for a quick. It was like, you know what? I'm going to rest really fast. And then it came right back.
Technology is actually the worst sometimes. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Why? Some streamers have like backup generators, like big streamers have like backup generators in their house with like an extra PC that like keeps their stream continue going. It's next level.
We're like, we got $3. Let's figure it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, one day we'll get there. One day we'll get there. What's up, everybody in the chat? What's up, Sean? Paulie D. Gator says well over 900 subscribers. I know it's amazing, guys. You guys have been so good, and it's been really fun to see the community grow. Let's see. What's up, Micah? I don't think we've had a Micah on the stream yet. I could be wrong.
Micah Parsons. No, yeah, it says, can you do a top wide receiver video? That is coming.
Okay.
Like,
what's up, John? What's up, Ravens? Top wide receivers video. Yeah, you're right. That is probably going to be what we're going to record today. So if you guys don't know, we have a podcast, and we will be recording that later today. So top 10s, top 12s. I've been coming out this week. We want to hook you guys up for draft season, and hopefully you feel like we've equipped you with whatever you need. So we are doing something a little bit different today. Normally when we do a redraft mock draft, it's kind of like one quarterback. We said, you know what, let's go ahead and do a super flex redraft mock draft because it's just such a fun way to play. We've been enjoying it as of lately, and figured why not? Like, honestly, why not just do it? And a lot of people have been asking for it. So let us know if you enjoy it after this, if you want us to do more. If you want to be a part of the mock draft that's happening right now, super simple. All you have to do is join our Discord. Badaki, I will paste the link in the Discord if you can tell people how that works.
Yeah. So essentially, if you want to join any mock draft that we have leading up to the season, whether it's redraft, dynasty, or this redraft superflex that we're doing today, join our Discord channel. Really simple, really easy. It's in the description below, or it should
I
be
just
pinned.
Pasted the link.
Yeah, so if you're watching this later, or you're in the chat right now, it's in the description below, and it's in the chat currently right now, solo.to/fantasylandfootball. Join the Discord, and then go to the mock draft channel. That's where you will know where we do mocks every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, we're really excited. Season is here, boys. Come on, talk it up.
That's right. All right, so before we get into this mock, we need to quickly do the giveaway.
Ooh.
Okay. So we had, I think, around 10 people sign up, and basically what we're doing is Badaki's family. They were like, "Hey, we want to support the show."
Yeah.
So what we want to do is we want to pay for 2 follower league spots. Okay, and then we want you to give them away to whoever. Kind of just bless someone, like we'll support the show, and then bless someone so they can play in a league with you guys. So we tweeted, or we put that out on our Discord. We put that out on our Instagram page.
Yeah, kind of everywhere
on our story.
Week, so,
sorry.
We put it out everywhere last week. Yeah. So
anyway, we are going to announce the winners right now. All you had to do was follow us on Twitch and drop us a review on Apple Podcasts. So I think we had around 10 people do that. It was awesome to see.
Yeah.
And honestly, we just want to bless sounds like a weird word, but like just hook someone up with a free league.
Yeah.
By the way, just to clarify, the person who joins these leagues, they won't get access to the other exclusives, right? They won't get the fantasy hotline. They won't get our rankings. They won't get a bonus podcast. Those kind of things they won't unlock because that is something that you have to sign up to Patreon to get.
Yeah.
But you have the list of names in a hat, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
List names on the hat. I mean, I will go through it, but it's 10 people. It's just too much work. Everyone's all there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know. Is there like a countdown?
Let me put it on Discord quickly that we are announcing the giveaway winner, so people know what's going on.
Yeah.
Announcing the giveaway winner,
which is exciting
right now.
So like if you didn't enter the giveaway, it's all good. You can actually still play in a league with us. Patreon.com/fantasylandfam. There's definitely some still spots available. How many after this giveaway? That's a great question.
I don't know. It's getting limited, but
it is getting very limited.
Thing.
But if you would like, Patreon.com/fantasylandfam, you can play in our redraft, dynasty, or both, which is called Best of Both Worlds. You want to check that out. That's also in the description below. Or if you're on Twitch, watching on Twitch, that's in the About Me page, where it says follower leagues. So click on that.
Let's do it.
And then you kind of go from there.
You know what's funny is like someone who's probably going to win this might not even be on the live stream.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Probably. So
might be anticlimactic, but let's do it so we can get to this mock. All right.
It means like a drum roll or something? I don't have a drum roll.
Yeah, I mean,
do I have a drum roll? I have like maybe we'll do that. All right, with the first winner of the giveaway. Shout out to my parents. Here we go. Here we go.
That's funny.
Here we go. Got one here. All right.
Who is it?
First
Who is
name
it?
Is nice and slowly. Anticlimactic here, maybe. Daniel.
Daniel.
Shout out to you if you're there. We'll definitely send you a message. If you're here watching right now, awesome.
Damn, Daniel.
Get it in the chat. Shout out to you. Congratulations.
Daniel's the first winner there.
Here we go. All right. Number two.
Damn,
And
Daniel. Look at them vans. Is that two different things? It could be.
No, it's the same. It's the exact same. Damn, Daniel, look at those vans, man. Damn, Daniel.
Is that?
Yeah, and he's in high school.
You're
He's
right,
going,
it is
oh,
the same.
damn, Daniel. All right. The second winner. Shout out to my parents once again. Love you, Mom. Love you, Pa. Miss you every single day. Wish I could just go home. I just want to go home and hug my parents. Here we go.
That doesn't get you emotional. I don't know.
It doesn't get me emotional. I have no idea. All right, hold on. Just trying to open this thing. Here we go.
Who is it, brother?
Here we go.
Who is it?
And number two guy.
I can't see it.
I'm going really slowly. Noah. Hey, Noah.
That's Noah Selby. He got married pretty recently.
Yeah, Noah Selby. That's awesome.
Amazing.
So we got Daniel and Noah Selby. I'll keep those on the side. We'll send you a message. I think Noah.
Big shout out to everyone who did enter the giveaway, by the way. Guys, we got tons of giveaways coming up this year, including like signed jerseys, signed sports memorabilia. So don't stress if you didn't win this specific giveaway. There will be many on the way.
That's right.
Okay, so there's 17 people watching. Now, friendly reminder, if you do want to join those leagues, we just gave away 2 spots. But if you do want to join those leagues, we still have a couple spots left in our redraft and dynasty leagues. If you want to play with us, unlock a bunch of exclusives as well. Patreon.com/FantasylandFam. That comment is pinned in the chat. It's also in the link of the description. We do see some questions in the chat. What's up, Sam? What's up, Jim? Thanks for joining, guys. We'll answer your questions, but we're just going to get the mock draft started first, okay? So here's the deal. Like we said, if you want to be a part of these mock drafts in the future or right now, all you have to do is join our Discord, okay? In our Discord, in the chats, you can see that we posted the link to join Discord. So now, Badaki, you can probably transition us to that other screen because we're about to paste the mock draft link to join. Okay. Here is the link to join tonight's mock draft.
Here we go.
Okay, and it's first come, first serve with this vibe. So I'm going to give everyone 1 second to get there. If you don't make it, it's okay, guys. We got more mock drafts coming. And it's still going to be good vibes tonight.
Yeah, I'm pretty pumped. Superflex redraft. A little bit different than what we do. We're actually going to do that with our really close friends.
Close friends, yeah. It's a fun way to play.
Yeah, it's a fun way to play.
All right, I'm going to paste the link. Here we go. Ready?
Yeah. Go for it.
In 3. This is going to be delayed for you when you're watching this. 2, 1. Here we go. Bang, bang. Let's see. You can bring us over to the other screen if you want.
Gang. I'm going to get you oh my gosh, what is happening?
Oh, what is going on? You're looking at, I think that's Twitch you have pulled up.
Yeah, there we go. I just panicked there. I have no idea what happened. Let's see.
And we're full, people. That was very, very quick. All right.
Very quick and anticlimactic. Once again, a lot of anticlimactic. Sean from New Zealand, Paulie D, Tommy, Carter. He's new. Shout out to Carter.
What's up, Carter?
Shout out to you, man. Thank you for joining. And Jacob, did Jacob draft with us yesterday, potentially? I could be wrong.
I don't think Jacob's drafted yet with us.
Obviously, Ryan, Killer K, Tebow fan, C-Sox. Those guys always get in. Just classic. Sean from New Zealand.
They just know it. They know the system by now.
Sean from New Zealand. Locked down, man. Ooh, that's a rough one.
All right. We have 18 or 20 people watching right now over here on YouTube. Could you guys do us a massive favor? We just want to reach some more people. So drop a like, show us some love. Let's see if we can hit 30 likes on this live stream together. We don't know if that's possible, but with your help, we have done that before. So drop a like on this video. This is a redraft Superflex mock draft. 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, a flex, and a super flex, meaning you can start a quarterback there. So quarterbacks should be pretty highly valued in a mock draft like this. So let's go ahead and get this bad boy started.
Here we go.
60 seconds on the clock. Okay. So don't get auto-picked, y'all. Don't get auto-picked. That happens.
Yeah, it does happen.
All right. Some questions in the chat. What's up, Micah? Oh, yeah, we already talked about that. Carter said, any 49ers on that list? Maybe. Not a fan of them, but with Lance, maybe. You'll have to find out if there's any 49ers on that top 12 list.
Yeah.
We'll release that tomorrow on YouTube tomorrow on YouTube and on our podcast. What's up, Sam? He says, would you trade... Okay, this is a super flex league and no quarterbacks have gone off the board.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Like, remember, this
is a super flex league.
But everyone's different. Superflex, a lot of people like to do different things. And Sean from New Zealand I was hoping Patrick Mahomes.
Sorry, we do need to answer Sam's question. Would you trade A-Rob for Thielen and Robinson? I'm assuming that's James Robinson. I believe that that's a relatively even trade. I would probably prefer the side of Thielen and Robinson if I need help at running back. And also, guys, if you're going to ask questions, make sure you tell if it's Dynasty, if it's redraft, what format it is, PPR or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Because that's going to help us give you a good answer.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I would want, if it was a redraft league, then I would probably go Thielen Robinson, but Dynasty, I'm keeping A-Rob. Just really depends on what that league is.
All right, I'm going to grab Lamar here at the 1.9. In a super flex league, I want to have my quarterbacks. Here's the deal. In a super flex league, if you can start 2 really, really good quarterbacks, you're at an advantage over everyone else most weeks because the quarterback automatically has the most opportunity every game to score points. So to me, super flex, if I have Lamar Jackson on the board there at the 9, I'm going to take him.
Yeah, I don't mind Lamar. Kyler Murray, Josh Allen. Yeah, I mean, interesting. The people that went off. It's going to be really interesting to see these running backs are going to fall to me because it's a good mix of running backs and quarterbacks that are going right now. So at least in my position, the 1.5, I'm going to be really interested. I think maybe in a redraft. I mean, in a super flex redraft league, maybe it's probably best to be towards the end of the board, I feel.
No, I might disagree because I don't think that Dalvin Cook and Derrick Henry go at the 2-3 in a regular redraft league. Right. I don't see that happening.
Right. Okay.
Sorry, in a super flex redraft league. I feel like Mahomes has to be in the top 3, and then Allen and Murray could slip in there as well. Right. CMC, could be the 1.1 still probably, but
Jacob.
I don't see that falling that way. I see more quarterbacks falling.
Mm-hmm. So it looks like they're going a little bit different strategy. They might go late quarterback there at Seahawks and Jacobs. Jacob.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what quarterbacks are available for them later on.
Yeah, Travis Kelce and Saquon Barkley. Do you see where the chat is on the screen? Do you like where that's at? It's a little bit hard. I thought for the mock draft, I didn't know where to put it.
Maybe can you put it in the top right?
Oh, hold on. What's going on?
If you could put it in the top right, that might be good.
Let's see.
Yes, congrats Daniel and Noah for winning the giveaway.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Daniel? Ink Scar says, "What's up, brothers? What's up, my guy?
Hey,
welcome to the stream.
Happening?
Thanks for joining us."
Have we had Ink
in the stream
before?
Okay, that hurts.
The dagger. If
that
you haven't
hurts.
Watched our top 12 running backs, you should see where Zach has him.
Austin Eckler, that's my guy.
You should really check that out. That it's interesting where he has him. But who you?
All right, got to switch up tactics here.
Gibby's good. First live stream. What's good, brother? Thank you for coming through, man. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, drop a like, turn on notifications so you don't miss a mock draft. Join the Discord as well, man. A lot of things happening here with Zach and myself. Been catching up on
Jacob says, "How are my first 2 picks?" Just so everyone knows, we actually do mock draft grades at the end of the live stream. So if we don't talk about a specific player right now or talk about a pick, just know that we actually talk about all the players. It's just we give out mock drafts or mock draft grades, at the end of the draft. Starting Kelce and Saquon, always a good way to start. I am lower on Saquon than the rest of the fantasy community. And it's not because I don't believe in him. I just don't know how his workload's going to look. So personally, I wouldn't have gone Saquon, but I know Badaki would have probably done that.
Yeah, if Saquon's available there for me, I'm taking him. He's my RB5 in redraft league. So I still believe even with the workload in a question, maybe the first, weeks 1 to 3, I'm still taking the chance because I think he's probably one of the best running backs in the NFL when he's on the field and healthy. So hopefully he can come back and get that natural workload back to what I hope will be soon.
Okay. That was hard to keep up with there.
Yeah, it was.
Tommy said I skipped this question. Zach, I know you're low on Hurts, but I've been hearing great things from joint practice. Yeah. It's a lot easier to look good in a joint practice when everyone's worried about keeping people healthy than it is in a real game when things are going, crazy. I don't want to be known as a Jalen Hurts hater because I actually want the guy to succeed.
That's where it's going.
I am just not convinced that he's the future. So like I said in redraft, I'm more comfortable with Jalen Hurts, guys. But in Dynasty, that's where my stance is so strong on not taking Jalen Hurts. I just don't think that there's a way. Like there's a 50% chance he's not the starter, the future starter of this team. So it's not a guy I want to invest in Dynasty, but he's still a guy that you could take a chance on in redraft. I don't think that's the wrong thing to do. Zeke and Dak, yeah, that is. I was going to talk to you about that. Dak and Zeke to start off the draft there at the 1.8. That's an interesting way to start.
I actually don't mind it. Having some sort of combination with the expectation of Zeke kind of being that pass catching back. I mean, it kind of gives him, that triple threat role, PPR monster, ground opportunity with Dak Prescott. I mean, who knows?
Yeah. Jacob said my phone's finna die. No charger. That's a bad place to be in, my guy. In my league, I had the 12 pick and selected Kelsey and Eckler. Yeah, not a bad start. I would say, guys, if you're going to join the mock drafts, make sure that you can actually be in them. I don't want anyone to be on auto draft, and there's a lot of people who want to be a part of these mocks. So if you're going to join the mocks, all love, right? We want you to be a part of them, but just make sure you can actually finish them because it is frustrating for those who weren't able to be a part of it, Yeah. But yeah, I love Eckler. I love starting Eckler and Kelsey is something I'm obsessed with in redraft leagues. Y'all know how high I am on Austin Eckler. If you watched the video we just released last night with our top 12 running backs, he's my running back 5, and I pretty much explained as to why many times on our podcast, and I'm just excited for him this year. Raven Kick says, in this format, would y'all go Dak or Rodgers? I was debating until the last second. I personally would go Dak and then Brady, then Rodgers, but I don't know about Badaki.
I would go Dak, Rodgers, Brady. But yeah, I'm taking Dak over Rodgers at the moment.
Dak, Rodgers, Brady. How high would you invest in Fields in a Dynasty first-year startup? I think we have seen him go in the 3rd round. I don't think it's wrong if it's into the 2nd round, early 3rd round. I think that's where it's probably appropriate to start looking at Justin Fields in a Dynasty startup league. Thanks everybody for watching. If you have not done so yet, please drop a like on this video. That's just showing us some love and helping us reach some people. So we see Cole World start 2 quarterbacks. That's nasty. Kyler Murray and Herbert. We see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams who don't have a quarterback yet, which is super interesting to see how that's going to affect their starting lineup, right?
Yeah.
Something I'm going to be watching for at least. Let's see. We got Sean who's doing the stack with Patty and Tyreek. Not a bad way to start at all. And he still gets Monty there. Interesting that Montgomery went ahead of a lot of other guys. Yeah, we're not as high on Montgomery as other people.
Sean must like Monty coming into this season. Interesting. I would love to hear your take on that, Sean, for Monty, and why you took him there.
Yeah, or I guess just above the other people on the board, maybe.
Yeah,
is the question.
I'm trying to see in this format. Okay, Ink. How high do you invest in? Okay, we said that already. Jacob. Thomas, I saw your video. Love the Eckler take, but how high should you get him? Look, it all depends on where you're drafting. I think and how high you're willing to take him. You know, if he is your your RB5, and let's say
I can answer that question for myself, but you'll have to answer it for yourself. For me, I'm taking him as high as running back 5. I like at the 1.6. If I'm at the 1.6, I would be comfortable taking Eckler. But the reason I'm saying I want to be at the 9, 10, 11 spot this year in redraft leagues is because I can get Eckler that late. Do you know what I mean? Like, if there's a way where you do draft trading, and you can move back out of like the 1.67 and go back to like the 10, 11 and still get Eckler to start your draft, I think that's a massive win for you.
Yeah, I agree.
Worth trading Rodgers for Fields. What do you think? I mean, I think that Fields is probably the more valuable.
Yeah, in a dynasty, yeah, I think that's something I would do right now, 100%.
Yeah.
Bro, my family's so funny.
What?
They're like in the family chat. I don't know if you've seen that thing on TV where there was like a snake at like a Kohl's or something, or Aldi.
No.
And they put it in the chat, and my mom was like, "Oh my gosh, Daniel, be careful! Don't go to the supermarket." Ma, calm down.
Everything in Australia is trying to kill you. Yeah, that's true.
100%.
That's funny. Let's see. Hey guys, let's say I take Watson. Will you guys grade the draft assuming that he plays? Honestly, we'll probably grade the draft assuming that he's not going to play, because that's the most likely scenario this year, in our opinion.
Yeah.
Paulie D says, in a dynasty superflex, would you trade Calvin Ridley for Mike Evans, a 2022 second, and fourth, and third, and fourth? That is so confusing.
No.
Do you understand that question?
Yeah, I'm not taking that trade. Reason being is like, 22.
They're not that different in age, by the way.
Yeah, they're not that different. You're getting a second, second,
true.
and then you're getting 2 fourths and a third. Like, it's just not worth it in my opinion. I'm keeping Calvin really every single day in a super flex or in a dynasty. Okay. So Eckler over JT and redraft PPR this season. Yes. For both of us.
Yeah. But I still love Jonathan Taylor. He's my RB9. So unfortunately, I think Jacob here went on auto. Guys, again, like we got so much love for all of you, but there are so many people who want to be in the mocks. So if you can't stay in a mock, it might just be best to do the next one that you can be a part of. That way everyone has a chance to be in them. Because really what we want to provide for you is a chance for you to test out real strategies right now. And when someone goes on auto draft, that makes it very difficult. So
yeah, it does.
Big love to everyone, but let's try and do our best to allow people to be a part of it like that, if that makes sense.
All right, Thomas, say I'm at the 1.4. Would you rather take Eckler or Gibson over Zeke?
Wouldn't take any of them over Zeke, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah, Zeke is our RB4 consensus.
Oh my God, the quarterbacks are getting so thin now.
Be careful.
I'm gonna have to grab the last guy I really like on this board and redraft. Sheesh, I thought Tannehill would fall to me. Tebow sniped me twice just then. I wanted Brady. I took a risk with DK. I said, if I grab DK, I really want Brady or Tannehill to fall to me. Neither of those guys fell to me.
This is why we mock.
What?
This is why we mock, to understand.
This is why we mock.
Get a little feel.
This is why we mock. This is why we mock. 110 teams looking good. Yep. He's definitely done pretty well. That's Tebow. He's got Chubb, Eckler, Brady, Tannehill. That's actually a really, really good way to start. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, that's actually awesome.
Yes, sir. Ink Scar says, glad I found this channel, being as we think the same. Great work, brothers. Appreciate that, man. Thanks for tuning in. What's up, Jose? I got pick 6, and I'm thinking Kelsey, Diggs, and CeeDee Lamb for my first 3 picks. Kelsey, Diggs, and CeeDee Lamb. The only thing I would say is you're going to be real thin at running back if that's a strategy that you go with. In a PPR league, you're going to have a bunch of receptions, and you're going to have a big advantage at tight end, but you're going to be real thin at running back. So it depends on the running backs that you get at the end of the day if that ends up being a strategy that's good or not. Do you know what I mean? But
I'm just on the board here. Just me.
It's hard to say that drafting Kelsey is a bad idea.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you got to make sure you got valuable running backs. I mean, especially in redraft leagues.
Yeah, you have to.
So now is the point where if you didn't take a quarterback, it is looking very, very thin. I mean, Trevor Lawrence just went off the board at the 4.6, guys. This is what a lot of redraft superflex drafts are going to look like. A lot of people love to get the running backs in, but you got to keep in mind, as valuable as running backs are, quarterbacks should be almost valued the same in this sort of format. So,
I'll be honest. I'm willing to take a little bit more of a chance of not having that top tier quarterback. And yes, I may be in a disadvantage. But I think, if you have the right pieces in the right places, that can be something that can work. Like, I'm willing to mix it up and not get like a second top tier quarterback, like kind of like what Tebow has, a Tom Brady, Ryan Tannehill. I'm willing to kind of risk it to see how the board falls. Obviously, this is a mock draft, so you kind of want to feel it out. So right now, I'm feeling it out right now. I want to see who's going to fall to me. Like someone in a super flex redraft league that I'm willing to take a chance on was Jalen Hurts. Because when Sean took him there, I was like, because I was hoping he was going to come to me on the turf, because I didn't think anyone was gonna be taking him. We know the community is not as high, so I wasn't expecting anyone to take him, and then Sean took him. So yeah, I'm willing to take a chance.
I mean, look, Sean's team is pretty good. The running back depth might be the issue at the end of the draft. It's hard to say at this point, but it's cool. It's cool to see how, like, in a regular redraft league, a lot of these guys are going much earlier, and in Superflex, it's forced their ADPs down. You look at a guy like AJ Brown at the 4-1, J.K. Dobbins at the 3-12. Even like CeeDee Lamb at the 4-11, who just went off the board.
Yeah.
I wonder if we'll see a certain trend as well with tight ends in a lot of these Superflex mocks, where tight ends continually go down the board. And now Paulie D's in a position where he had to take Matt Ryan in the 4-12. So,
I mean, and to be fair,
it's such an interesting, so interesting how these Superflex mocks pan out.
Matt Ryan is not terrible. It's not a terrible quarterback. I guess he loses Julio. He gets Kyle Pitts. Let's remember, Matt Ryan, like every single year, is consistently throwing for the last 5 to 8 years has thrown over 4,500 yards. I'm pretty sure. 4,500 yards.
Doesn't mean he's been an amazing fantasy quarterback. I mean, he wasn't top 12 last year.
I think he's pretty consistent. If he's going to be trying to get me minimum 15, ranging 15 to 20 points, compared to a top tier quarterback, I think I'm willing to take that chance and then get those extra 5 points somewhere else on my team. Like maybe Keenan Allen gets a PPR reception, then he gives me that extra 5 than getting a top tier quarterback. So that's kind of my thought process at the moment.
Want to become famous? Buy followers, primed, and big views.
Buy followers.
Why does that happen on Twitch?
I don't know.
Why? Like, who spends their life doing something like that? Sorry, that's rude. Big shout out to everybody watching the stream. 21 likes. We're doing a Superflex redraft mock draft. If you don't mind, drop a like on this video. That's just gonna show us some love and help us reach some more people. Ink Scars pretty much agrees with you, Badaki. Gator says, I know you guys might not want to wait on this answer, but there are a couple of your last wide receivers for each of you that you would be comfortable with to draft as your wide receiver 1. We can talk about that once a lot of those wide receivers go off the board. I was about to take Hurts as well. Daniel said Matt Ryan is the top 12 to 15 quarterback like last 8 years. Yes, he has been. But is that who you want to be your starting quarterback in a super flex league? I don't think anyone ideally would say that they want that to be their starting quarterback in a super flex league. Badaki's really risking it now.
Yeah, I'm risking it. I really want to see what's going to happen here. Once again, if I love to have the running back depth on my teams. So I have Clyde, Joe, JJ with Josh Allen, and if I can get somebody that's maybe not is going to be crazy, it's not going to be like, give me those, 25, 30-point games, but can give me, 15 to 20. I think I'm okay with that, knowing that I have really solid foundation in Josh Allen, Clyde, and Mixon, and a Keenan, which is a PPR monster. So,
yep.
Let's see what happens.
It's all about if it pays off for you.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, because I was tossing up there between JJ and somebody else, which I'm pretty sure you either are going to take when it gets there, or we'll see. But
yeah,
it doesn't feel well, in my gut that I took JJ, and I should have taken the other person. But
interesting. Well, there he goes.
Yeah, there he goes. So
that puts me in a pretty difficult position.
Yeah, because now this RB2 for you is going to be ooh.
Yeah. So there's the highs and lows of getting 2 quarterbacks. See, the best quarterback available would have been Kirk Cousins if I didn't take Stafford. So it's pick your poison at that point, isn't it? Let's see. Don't love this, man. I really, really don't love this.
Yeah, interesting. Actually can't wait to become famous on Twitch.
How funny is that?
Yeah.
Want to be famous?
Just Bante. You love it. Hey guys, if you guys don't know, if you're watching right now on YouTube, whenever the stream is over, follow us on Twitch. We're actually on Twitch as well. We're going to be doing a live talk show, or our show that we call Talk It Up. Every Thursday night football and Sunday night football, Zach and I are going to be going live here, just talking about everything that's happening in fantasy, kind of get you ready for the fantasy week for like the Thursday night football games, and just have live reactions, cool segments, bands with the boys. Yeah. Come through, hang out. If you have nobody to watch, Thursday night or Sunday night football with, come through, talk it up. We're going to be doing that for the whole season.
Talk it up.
Come on, man. Come on. I need to record a talk it up and then have it as a sound bite on the board.
Tebow took Coolio, nice little stack there with Ryan Tannehill. And now we see Gaskin, Henderson off the board. So frustrating that that's an auto. But it is what it is.
Yeah, imagine you can get 2 stacks. Quarterback. Imagine I got Justin Herbert, Keenan Allen. Oh, I don't have another wide receiver at the moment, but you know what I mean. Imagine you have Russ with DK and then Dak with Amari. I mean, that's like super stack. That would probably never happen.
Ooh.
But
yeah, I mean, you never. I honestly am not like. I think some people are obsessed with the stack, and I don't know. Like some people actually decide to take positions where, like, they have a wide receiver that they grab who's not as high on their rankings, but he's the quarterback's favorite, their quarterback's favorite. I am not like a massive fan of playing that way. I would much rather, grab guys that I actually truly believe in. So let's see how this is going to work out for me. I'm going to go ahead and grab Mark Andrews here. Nice little stack there with Lamar.
So you're not going with the running back here. You're not going with the true
nope.
number 2 running back. You're going to see if somebody falls to you.
Yeah, I think there's actually running backs that I actually like later on in the drafts now.
Right.
So I'm just curious to see, like, I've developed love for some of these running backs later on. So I'm curious to see who's going to fall to me. But
yeah,
I just feel more comfortable having 2 quarterbacks I really believe in Superflex. I mean, at any point, quarterbacks can score 20, 25 points at whatever the case may be. Whereas a guy like, your RB3 or your wide receiver 3, sometimes they're not able to even score over 10, 15 points. So I do think there is an advantage in having 2 good quarterbacks, but I see everyone's perspective for sure.
Yeah.
By the way, Tyler Lockett's a guy that a lot of people have very high in their rankings. And that's not us. I mean, he's my wide receiver 25. I don't know where he sits for you, but
26.
It's interesting how high some people have him.
Wow, can't believe
That's funny.
I had to take Cooper Kupp.
Carter says Zach has taken every player I have queued. That's just what happens, bro. It's snipe season. I might be wrong, but I have a gut feeling that Devontae Adams' value goes down because Cobb is a guy. No. Nope.
No. He doesn't
No,
even finish the sentence.
no,
No,
no, no, no,
no,
no,
no.
no,
Um,
no, no.
Look, it's an interesting take. I think there could be some sort of understanding there, and I see why, because Aaron Rodgers, he does, he came back, and a big thing was that Randall Cobb comes back with him. Not saying that he will not get worked in, but Devontae Adams is the number one guy.
Yeah.
I think regardless, there's going to be regression in Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams because they had next level seasons last year.
Yeah.
So there is going to be some sort of regression. Is that going to be purely because of Randall Cobb? I don't think so, but I see the thought process.
Yeah, there will be regression. Obviously, he's not going to have the same season he had last year, but no, I don't worry about Devontae Adams because of Randall Cobb. He's definitely past his prime. Randall Cobb is. He's 30 years old. He's going to have a good role, and he's probably going to be a great value in most drafts. But he's not a guy that I'm particularly looking to go out and grab if it was me. All I do.
Oh, you do. Oh, these running backs. Sheesh.
Running back. Shout out to the 23 people watching the stream. If you haven't yet, show us some love. Drop a like. We are trying to hit 30 likes on this live stream together. With your help, we can probably do it. So show your boy some love. Drop a like. Adithya says, "Hey, cuties." Daniel says, "Quarterback point differential isn't that big though. Even guys like Kirk Cousins have weekly 25-point upside. Of course, they had 25-point upside. I think we're all saying the same thing. I think we're all saying the same thing right now.
Yeah, I think just some people value the quarterbacks a little bit heavier, and some people value the other positions heavier in the super flex league. I think the idea of a super flex is kind of like a dynasty, but the age doesn't really matter. So it just really depends on how you go. Because in dynasty leagues, we've seen people take 2 running backs and get these guys that aren't a young quarterback, and they'll probably take a Matthew Stafford as a QB1, something like that. So
let's see. So to answer your question, Gator, who's like the last wide receiver basically that we're comfortable having as our wide receiver 1? I think there's a queue of guys that I'm happy being my wide receiver 1 if it has to be. Robert Woods being one of those, Cooper Kupp, Mike Evans, Amari Cooper, Chris Godwin, Julio Jones, CeeDee Lamb. Those are kind of the guys who are like on the edge for me, who I'm happy to have as my wide receiver 1 if I don't get one of the elite guys. Badaki, do you see that relatively similar?
Yeah, I completely agree, actually. Just on the clock here.
Yeah.
Let me just...
Any average quarterback has a high floor as well. Again, I think we're saying the same thing here, guys. But we can keep talking about it.
Adam Thielen or Deontay Johnson. Deontay is just coming up, bro. And I'm okay with it.
How do you feel about Julio Jones this year? Badaki, how do you feel about Julio Jones?
I like Julio. I think he's going to come in. He's going to demand touches. If you watch our or listen to our podcast, the top 12 or our top 12 wide receivers, or not top 12. It's actually Derrick Henry. We actually talked about it in the Derrick Henry podcast, the running back podcast. That's why I was so confused. I was like, wait, we didn't do wide receivers. But yeah. I actually believe he's going to come in and demand touches. How many? I see him, hitting that 120, 140 mark. So I like Julio. I'm not high on him. I think the 5'10" where he went here in the Superflex feels comfortable. That feels really comfortable for me. So I'm okay taking him there.
Sean he said, I locked in that double quarterback running back stack.
That's what you wanted. You see, that feels nice, doesn't it?
I love it. All right, let's see. Who should I grab here? There's a lot of names I still like on the board.
Surely it's a running back. I thought one of these guys was going to fall. Ronald Jones, a Harris, a Michael Carter, even Mike Davis. So at this
point, I'm in the 7th round. Why not take a chance on a guy like James Robinson, who's probably going to start the year as a starter?
Have you seen the reports?
Who knows what happens, to end the year? But all I want is like that first 5 weeks where I know he's probably the starter, and then I can probably trade him away if I start to get worried about ET and starting to take that role.
Yeah, there's been a lot of beat writers saying that. I don't know if you read it. So far, I know, we just woke up and we did this, but
Yeah.
I don't know if you read it, but they were saying that James Robinson is the clear starter because he's gotten the workload in preseason. Travis Etienne has, when he did come into preseason, he didn't have a full series. He was actually rotating with Carlos Hyde.
You know what's funny about that?
Which is
It's like, why is that surprising to anyone? Like, why is that report surprise anyone at this point?
I guess the whole fantasy community is like, oh, Etienne, James Robinson's done. Valley's done. Like the instant reaction when he got drafted was like, James Robinson will not start week 1.
I don't think that was ever the reaction. I think the reaction in the dynasty community is like, well, next year it feels like Etienne will have taken that role by this time next year. Right. I don't think anyone said, oh, week 1 James Robinson's completely like not valuable anymore. Of course he's going to be valuable. There's no reason for them to not utilize him this year. I think what the general consensus is that Travis Etienne's talent eventually is going to be too much that they can't keep him off the field anymore. So when I read that board, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Like it doesn't surprise me. And as an Etienne owner in many dynasty leagues, I'm not worried. I'm not like, it doesn't scare me off of him. So I'm personally just not someone who understands the reaction to something like that. It feels like an overreaction in my opinion, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I definitely hear you. Interesting. We'll definitely see what happens. Because like, what happens? Like, if James Robinson is successful again this year, like, think about it. Let's say James Robinson had somewhat close to what he had last year. Maybe not a top 5. Yeah. Maybe he finishes in the top 10. He probably has just under 1,000 yards. He's efficient as a running back. A year 2 undrafted running back is efficient. And then you just drafted Travis Etienne, who was also efficient and proved himself in college, maybe not in the NFL.
Yeah.
But like, that's a really hard decision to see, like, who's going to be this starting guy.
Look, in my opinion, like I said, like James Robinson is great, very talented, but I do believe that the talent of Travis Etienne is going to outshine him at some point this year. Also, let's not forget that the Travis Etienne, it's not like the only way to get him involved in this offense is in the backfield. Yeah, you can put him wherever, and he's going to be involved in this offense. So I'm personally very intrigued by what I see as overreactions to that. Like, I think there is space in this offense for 2 of them to be relevant. I mean, who else are we really worried about? Chenault's great. Chark is unsure. Marvin Jones is a little bit older, so if we're talking dynasty, I still think that there's plenty of opportunity to get him involved.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, it's interesting. I mean, I can't wait till week 1, honestly.
Same, bro.
And we're going to get a little bit more of a glimpse of what this offense is going to look like in preseason this weekend. So, game 2 in preseason. So I would like to see Etienne on the field a little bit more, and I hope that's the case.
Yeah.
What do you guys?
Oh, wait, firstly, shout out to everyone who's watching the stream.
Yeah.
Okay, we got 25 people on YouTube, a couple people over there on Twitch. Could you do us a massive favor? We're trying to hit 30 likes together. So if you could drop a like on this video, you might be able to help us. We're doing a Superflex redraft mock draft. Going to catch up on some of the comments here. What are you guys' thoughts on Marvin Jones? And someone also asked, what's the best handcuffs this year? And someone asked, will you make a under radar players? We've actually released a ton of videos about sleepers, Badaki. Tons.
Yeah, a ton.
On our YouTube page. If you want to find sleeper options, look at our uploads because we've put a ton of videos out about sleepers. So there's actually a lot of that from, that we've already put up. Best handcuff running backs. It's a good question. I think Pollard is probably like the number 1. There's debates for Alexander Madison. Let's see. I'm trying to think who else. Like James Conner is probably a pretty good one. Not Marlon Mack, because I don't think he'd be the automatic guy.
Yeah, I think of people like Gus, Naeem Hines.
Gus
maybe
is
not
great. Yeah, that's a good one. AJ Dillon. AJ Dillon's a good one.
Even though, AJ Dillon's a good one. People that kind of get hurt, that I don't know. Not that I don't know, but I don't know who's going to be like that guy this year. I think that's what we're trying to think of. people always like to get Alexander Madison, but like the past couple of years, he's been irrelevant. So
yeah.
And even when he had the opportunity, it was
I
terrible.
see some Marvin Jones talk in the chat. Yeah, I mean, he was my sleeper wide receiver of the year. So if you guys listen to that podcast that we put out, or if you watch the YouTube video that we put out about that, you'll know how much I love Marvin Jones. He's going in like one quarterback redraft leagues, he's going in like the 10th, 11th round, and he could very well be Trevor Lawrence's favorite target as a rookie. So definitely. Etienne and James Robinson can both be relevant. It's very true. They can both be relevant. There's in the NFL nowadays, there's room for 2 running backs to have great roles. And you know what's interesting is like in the past, running backs, it was so hard to figure out ways to get them involved. You know, it was really like, hey, if you're not this big bruising running back, you're not a running back anymore. Yeah. That's what it was like 20 years ago. But now the running back position has changed so much. So it's interesting how they get athletes involved in space. The only dislike is from Jalen Hurts. That's funny. Listen, we've seen Trevor Lawrence deep ball in preseason, but he might be his favorite. I think Jones is potentially his favorite at this point. Not that it won't change, because it could change. Terrell, what's up, Terrell? Welcome to the stream, man. I don't think we've had you on the stream before.
Shout out to you, man.
Drop a subscribe if you haven't yet. He said, it's my first year doing Dynasty 2 quarterback 12 team. I'm at number 12 spot. Any advice? Oof. So at the 12 spot, you're probably going to see guys like Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence, Russell Wilson. That's who I imagine would be there. I would say go Burrow or Lawrence if they're available. But, obviously that's assuming that the other quarterbacks are off the board already.
Yeah, I agree.
But at that point, I would suggest getting a I would suggest getting a quarterback first. Excuse me, jeez. And then grabbing a running back to kind of start your draft that way.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. That's funny. Aditya said, hold up. Weren't y'all at 900 subs yesterday? Yeah, we were. It's crazy. Yeah, like the last couple days, we've had so much love from people who have subscribed or signed up to Patreon or whatever the case may be. It's been really, really awesome to see the community supporting and being a part of it, Yeah. Which wide receiver core is hardest to figure out with being 3 deep? Cowboys, Steelers, Bengals, Bucks, Jaguars, all intriguing to various extents. Yeah, that's actually a very good question, Gator. I think that is a really good question.
Cowboys, Steelers, Bengals, Bucks, Jags.
I would say Cowboys are very easy to figure out in my opinion. I know the roles. Same with the Bucks.
I think Bengals.
I think the Steelers is the hardest one to figure out for me.
I agree. I would say Steelers and Jags. I think for me, there's still a question mark in Jacksonville of who's gonna be that guy. We all expect and we want Laviska or Marvin Jones or somebody to kind of be that guy, but we still really don't know. We just know what we've seen in preseason. Steelers, it's always a question mark every single year. But the guy that I think we're both. At least I'm high on. I don't know I can't remember if you are, but I like Deontay the most out of that group. So yeah.
Yeah, I like Deontay. I don't like him as much as you, but I still like him. This is a really tough position for me to be in.
No, it's all good.
What do you mean it's all good?
It's all good.
I'm trying to make a decision.
You got a running back. You got to get a running back or something.
No, I don't need a running back yet.
No, okay. Feel comfy?
I feel okay.
David Johnson.
Yeah, I'm gonna get David Johnson. It just feels like a waste of a pick to grab David Johnson. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, a Gator fan will probably do 30 picks in the next round when it comes back to Zach.
Yeah. I love Paul's comment there. Yeah. By the way, thanks Terrell. I appreciate.
Yeah, I was gonna say thanks Terrell. Thank you so much. I love watching you guys grow this summer. It's like watching my kids grow up. Hey Paul, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you and the support from day one. Honestly, I think you're I remember you're probably one of the first guys out always coming into the mock drafts and in the Discord. So shout out to you, man. Thank you so much.
Paulie D is definitely an OG. Appreciate the love, bro. That means a lot.
I would say Steelers and Jags. Yeah. 32nd pick. Okay, wide receivers are crazy this year. A lot of teams have a solid 2-3 wide receivers that are going
Yeah.
That are game changers. Yeah, I agree.
It's true, which could lead to value and overdrafting.
I didn't
On
see
certain players. Certain players could be overdrafted. Other players, actually, their role was bigger than you thought, and you undervalued them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh man, a guy that I was gonna take was Tua. I didn't even see that he was gonna go. I should have taken him. I didn't
pause the draft and change it to 30 seconds. Okay, don't get auto picked now, y'all. It's 30 seconds on the clock.
I was gonna take,
and
Tua,
I'm gonna take Zach Moss here.
That's so
in the 10th round. I like it. I like how this is working.
You like it, bro? Oh man.
Aditya says, I also like Paris Campbell. I like Paris Campbell. Paris Campbell's a really good, like, low buy in Dynasty right now. Like, you can buy him for pretty cheap, and it could be worth it. Like, you could probably send, like, a 3rd-round pick and grab him in Dynasty. In you guys know probably by now, if you've been listening to our content, our podcast, or on our YouTube page, you know I'm obsessed with Michael Pittman this year.
Yeah.
And I'm really, really excited to see what he does. I think he's a great value. He went at the 9.6, a guy who I think is a wide receiver 1 on his team. Goes at the 9.6. I think there's big upside for him this year.
I took a pill in the bees.
Big love to everybody watching. Appreciate it, y'all. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Drop a like if you haven't yet.
No. Okay.
Well, did you know on Twitch you can actually see who's watching?
How do you see that?
You click on the live button and you can see who's watched and who has been watching.
Oh, is this on your phone?
Yeah, on my phone. Thomas said you're obsessed with Pittman and PPR too. I don't know if that was a question or a statement.
Just a statement. So it seems.
But yeah, in all formats, I'm really excited about Michael Pittman this year. Kenyon Drake goes at the 10-9. Are you concerned about that report that came out this year?
This year or like today?
Sorry, today. I don't know why I said this year.
There's
a report that came out that he was injured, pulled off the field after coming up limping. Sheesh.
Yeah.
How good is a reading reports?
I think it is interesting. It's still early. When I say still early, like once we get the real report of what the injury is and everything, but it didn't look good. So I'm not worried about it. I think it's more opportunity for Josh Jacobs, and whoever that backup. I don't even know who's number 3 there. If there is a number 3, in that backfield, but maybe that's somebody people could be targeting in super late rounds because he could be filling up that Kenyon Drake role.
Yeah. Interesting.
Killer K just going Tua and Daniel Jones there. I was hoping Danny Dimes would fall to me, but now I had a result.
Yeah, quarterbacks are real thin at this point.
But I'm okay with that.
Zach Wilson, you okay with him starting off the year?
Yeah, great guy, man.
Great guy. No one's asking you if he's a good guy.
Oh, I'm telling you, he is.
Let's see. Inkscar says, I pay with likes before I listen. I don't actually know what that means, but I appreciate it. Terrell says, I subscribed a week ago, and that's why he's here. Hell yeah, bro. Yeah.
Shout out to you.
Welcome to the Fantasyland fam. Yes, sir. This has been fun. I like Superflex. We should do this again next week. I want to do another Superflex mock draft again next week. I want to keep trying some different strategies and seeing how it pans out. I didn't love taking Stafford at the 4-4. By the way, can you make sure everyone can see the board? Yeah. Oh, you already done that.
Come on,
don't worry. I didn't love taking Stafford at the 4-4. But it is interesting to see the quarterback still available. So, yeah.
Jalen Richard is number 3 out there. Rashard, sorry. Rashard is number 3 in Vegas. Look, we have to see the reports from camp, and a good opportunity is what's good about this is that I could probably go back to that preseason game, and if Kenyon Drake is really hurt for week 1, he's probably getting some sort of workload in that preseason. So which could be a good way to kind of gauge and see how you feel. And same thing with week 2. So it's interesting.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Inc. think Stafford should have a great year with his core. Yeah. He upgrades in every single position. It sucks that Cam Akers is gone.
Yeah, we'll finally see Stafford's actual upside at this point. Like, we'll see what he can be as a quarterback now.
Yeah, exactly. Adicia, my school starts next week. Sheesh.
That's rough.
Man, I remember when I mean, if you're if you're in college, then that's a little bit different. But if you're in high school, good Lord, I hated high school.
Can't even pretend like that doesn't suck.
No, yeah.
I don't miss school at all, honestly. I'm glad that my life is back. Is Brandon Cooks the wide receiver 1? Probably, but what's it worth? You know.
Yeah, who's that quarterback? What's gonna happen? Can he stay
healthy?
I
think unless Davis Mills becomes a starter earlier than later, like I don't want Tyrod Taylor being the quarterback throwing to my fantasy wide receiver. You know, so it's definitely worrisome.
Yeah, it definitely
to bet
is.
on that.
It definitely is, but I mean, I think I don't know. Nico Collins looked good though. He looked decent.
Yeah, no, he did. He looked good. Nico, that's the thing. Like Nico could like end up being the number 1 wide receiver there. So
he's a big body guy. What is he, like 6'3", 6'2"? He's pretty big, and I think what's funny is that I think the majority of that preseason game he played in the slot, which was so interesting. So it's gonna be.
Who is the wide receiver 1 for the Dolphins? Who freaking knows, dude? I would say that if there's any Dolphin I want to draft, it's probably going to be I'm having a mind blank. Sorry. Not Will Fuller. It's probably going to be why am I mind blanking? Jalen Waddle. I just think he's the most athletic player on that team at this point. So if they want to win games or add a wrinkle to their offense, he should be heavily involved. I don't know who's going to be most valuable, though. But if I'm going to draft any of them, I'm not going to draft Devontae. I'm not going to draft Will Fuller. But I would be pretty comfortable drafting. Where did he go? Where did Waddle go here?
He just went in this round.
Oh, he just went. Oh, that's great. I mean, look, like there's no risk pick there in the 12th round. So, yeah, I'm pretty comfortable with that. Houston should do what Houston does best and sign Tim Tebow. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
Could you imagine it comes out tomorrow? Tim Tebow now competing for the quarterback spot in Houston.
Just great. It's just unlucky for Tebow, honestly.
Yeah.
Getting cut. You know, it was high hopes.
I mean, you know what, though? Like, mad respect to him, though. For real. Because, I don't know, like, at least he tried. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is a guy who has played in the NFL, who has played in the MLB, who at least tried to be a tight end. And I'm sitting on my ass right now talking about players who are doing that.
Participation badge. You know what, Tebow? Here's a little badge. Thanks for participating, coming on.
You're bad.
Really appreciate you.
That is just rude.
What a day, boys. Honestly.
He did not try on that block. Yeah. I'll be honest. That was pretty funny to watch. So when does the preseason start now? I mean, are we getting games tomorrow?
Yeah, we have a game tomorrow. I think it's Eagles. I think it's the same. I feel like it's the same slate.
What the heck? So wait, Eagles and Washington play. Oh wait, no. Tomorrow it's only one game. Okay, it's only one game tomorrow, and it's Eagles Pats.
Yeah, Packers. Yeah, true.
No, Patriots.
Oh, okay.
Which will be interesting because I wonder how long Jalen Hurts will play. I wonder how much of Mac Jones we'll see. If Devontae Smith might get out there. Kenneth Gainwell looked pretty nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, be interesting. All I do.
Sing it.
Hate to be loved by you.
You like that song?
Yeah, I like that song.
You're kidding me. Good. You're kidding me, Sean.
You're kidding me.
You're kidding me.
He's teasing. You got in his head right then. You got in his head.
Yeah, you actually did. I was so sold on Jonnu. I was like, easy. That's easy money for me.
Easy money. Put it in the bag.
Am I really taking Joe Everett or Evan Ingram? Ah, I don't know, man.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Gosh. Well, we're gonna see another this Bengals offensive line and going against quote unquote the best defensive four this week. Hopefully, the starting line in that four kind of start. I would love to see that. Just so
I don't see that entire line starting, to be honest, but
yeah,
it could.
I mean, they're filling it out.
So many tight ends just went off the board. Yeah, I don't see that entire line starting.
Yeah, gosh, they just got to feel it out. But we'll see what happens. Some interesting stuff. Hopefully, who else is a good one? A good game to watch. I mean, every game is good to watch. Who would you like to see more of? Who's somebody that's like, okay, maybe a little bit more.
Mac Jones. I want to see more of him, but I want to let them. I want them to let him unleash. Like, I don't want him to be so limited. It felt like they were limiting him, at least to me, in the first preseason game. Like, hey, let's get the feel of this, whatever. Like, that's what they have to do, but I want to see them unleash him, bro.
Unleash. Yeah.
You guys, did you hear any updates on Jonnu? Did you hear any updates on Jonnu?
No, I heard nothing. Is it Jonnu or Hunter Henry you're talking about?
I was going to say, I don't think Jonnu's injured, but we could have missed something when we were asleep.
Yeah, what we usually do is that we go live, and then before we prepare the podcast, we make sure we catch up on news.
Yeah. Because there are things that we potentially miss overnight.
Yeah.
By the way, if there's a Brian watching right now, you signed up to our Patreon yesterday. We're trying to send you some messages over there on Patreon, but it doesn't look like you have been able to receive them just yet. We want to make sure and get you all your exclusives, and we want to make sure that you obviously have the chance to join the league as well. John, who hurt his leg in practice, low ankle sprained. He missed 2 practices like 5 days ago. How did we miss that?
Not sure, but I'm just thinking.
Let's see. I'm gonna have a look at this.
Yeah, have a look.
Okay. Let's see. Jonnu Smith. I still think Jonnu has a great chance to be a really good player this year. Sustained a low left ankle sprain earlier in Sunday's practice. No firm timetable on his return, but based on the initial diagnosis, it isn't considered a serious injury. Okay. Yeah, doesn't sound like anything to worry too much about. Probably hurt his ankle. He's gonna probably not play in any more preseason games.
Yeah, just get him back.
Probably going to be available week 1.
Yeah.
I wouldn't stress too much about it. They need Jonnu Smith, guys. They need him. I mean, this offense.
It's gonna be. Yeah, I mean,
they need guys like Jonnu and Hunter Henry to be in there. So
yeah,
I think that he's gonna be fine. Yeah, what happened to Judon, by the way, Tommy? I mean, we haven't looked up what happened to Judon, but we obviously saw it in that preseason game. Is he all good? October 24th, Falcons taking a W over the Dolphins. Sheesh. How many targets do you see Jonnu getting? I think Jonnu will probably get like 4 to 6 targets, 4 to 6, 7 targets a game. 7's the max, 4 is like the minimum, I think, which he can definitely do something big with. And, who knows if those are end zone targets or not. But he's definitely like the prototypical hybrid tight end that you want on your team. Paulie D now has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quarterbacks.
You killing me.
What?
I said you killing me, Paulie D.
That's funny. Did you see? What do you think about Rashad Penny? You think he has a chance to actually come back this year and be something?
I actually don't know.
It's hard to see that happening.
Yeah. Oh no, it's okay. She just made me some eggs, bacon.
Wow.
Javion.
Let's see. How many targets do you? Oh, sorry. Better tight end Troutman or Taysom Hill? Got to be Troutman. Taysom just is a good gadget guy. Taysom could definitely play tight end though. I mean, I know he does that sometimes, but has Travis gone? Yeah, he went in the 12th.
Yeah, he went already.
I was gonna say, I really like Troutman this year. Jalen Rager, yeah, he had a nice camp. He had a nice catch out of camp. I still think people are too high on Quez Watkins. Like he had one good play. He's had a good camp. I know he's a talented player and he could be great, but I think we are potentially overvaluing Quez Watkins in Dynasty specifically. All right, I'm gonna grab. Let's see. Who do I actually want here? I feel like it's gonna be Locke, who's the starting quarterback there in Denver.
Should we start doing grades?
Yeah, we should start doing grades.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna turn off our thing here, and then do you want to do the first one?
Sure. All right. I think you should actually grade the first one because I obviously have a bias towards quarterbacks in the Superflex league.
Okay, that's fine. Paulie D, Matt Ryan, Trey Lance, Derek Carr. Sorry. Taysom Hill, Jimmy G. Look, too many quarterbacks. I wouldn't have done that, but let's see what else you have. CMC, Aaron Jones, James Conner, Devonta Booker, with Chris Godwin, Brandon Ayuk, T. Higgins, Will Fuller, and Russell Gage. Look, I think the best thing that you probably could have done here is not taking so many quarterbacks, and not because, I needed a quarterback, but it's genuinely like you could have actually done other things here.
5 quarterbacks is a little overkill.
Yeah, you could have done something else. You probably could have got another tight end if you really wanted to, instead of where you got Taysom Hill. Maybe same thing with James Conner. I probably would have taken a chance on Kenny and Drake, Naeem Hines, or Zach Moss over James Conner. I guess that's probably a little bit nitpicky, in my perspective. But like Trey Lance, you took Trey Lance, and who was still on the board? Tua, Carson Wentz, or Ryan Fitzpatrick. I mean, these guys aren't amazing and aren't better. Are not better than Trey Lance, but they could have been a solid, QB2 instead of Trey Lance because we don't have a timetable. But you did get Jimmy G, so I guess that kind of makes sense. Look, this team overall is a decent team. I think the quarterback's a little bit overkill. I'll just give it a B.
I think even if you did 4 quarterbacks,
Yeah, I think and the running back room depth is really weak here, in my opinion. But for me, once again, just being nitpicky, I think it's like a B minus. I'm not excited about this team.
Dang, I actually think it's pretty good except for the quarterbacks.
Yeah, I didn't mention George Kittle, by the way.
It's got to be a B plus.
I think it's a good team. I'm not saying it's a good team. I just think like without getting these crazy quarterbacks, he could have definitely boosted up everything.
Okay. All right, Tommy. You've got Russell Wilson, Sam Darnold as your quarterbacks. Your running backs are Dalvin Cook, Miles Sanders, Damian Harris, Michael Carter, Chuba, and Damian Williams. Wide receivers are Diggs, Lamb, Mooney, Moore, and Moore. More. Tight ends are Goddard and Henry. So this is a decent team. Obviously, it's probably more comfortable to have 3 quarterbacks than 2. And Darnold is a guy, he's a good, like, let's see what happens type quarterback too. But I would love it if you had like a Ben Roethlisberger down there somewhere, or a Cam Newton for the first couple weeks to kind of cover you. Running back room is good. There's 4 running backs there that I like. I like where you got them. I like their upside. I like your wide receiver room as well. I think tight end is potentially weakness for you, but getting Goddard in the 9th is pretty good value. This is a good team. I'm gonna give it a B plus.
Okay, Carter, first time drafting with us. Shout out to you, man. Let's see. Aaron Rodgers, Baker Mayfield, Deshaun Watson. I like that. Just in case Deshaun comes back. I mean, it's a good what if, but I doubt he's going to play this year, but it could be interesting. Derrick Henry, Chris Carson, Philip Lindsay, and Tariq Cohen. Ooh, that is rough. You took the King at 1-3, and then Chris Carson at the 4-10, which is good, but I mean, once again, I think I like having running back depth, but it's okay. DeAndre Hopkins, Kenny Golladay, Brandon Cooks, AB, Jarvis Landry, and Nelson Aguilar. I mean, Brandon Cooks 9.3. I would have taken, a Michael Pittman, a Juju there, a Cortland Sutton there. I'm not taking Brandon Cooks at the 9.3. I understand he's probably the only wide receiver there that maybe has some sort of fantasy value, at least that previously, and he's a good wide receiver. But I wouldn't have taken him there. So I think the running back room lacks. The wide receiver room is not amazing either, in my opinion. So I think it's the same thing for me with the Paulie D team. You got T.J. Hawkinson and Noah Fant, which is good tight ends, really good tight ends. I think this is a B minus once again. Like, I would rather prefer the Paulie D team than have a Carter, in my opinion. I don't know if that's a little bit too harsh, but
okay. All right, Sean. So you've got Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Jared Goff. Your running backs are David Montgomery, Travis Etienne, Ronald Jones, Kenyon Drake, Javion Hawkins. Wide receivers are Tyreek Hill, Devonta Smith, Deebo Samuel, Mike Williams, McCole Hardman. Tight ends are Logan Thomas and Jonnu Smith. So I like the combo of Mahomes and Hurts. I'm comfortable with that. I like Goff as the backup. But the depth at wide receiver is slightly concerning. I love Devonta Smith, love Deebo Samuel, but there's no clear, there's just a little bit of confusion of, will this be safe as my wide receiver 2, 3? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like the safest wide receiver 2 and 3. I like Deebo there though. And then the running backs, I think there's enough to cover, but there is no real elite guy there. That's what happens when also, I just think that I wouldn't have gone Montgomery, honestly. There's a lot of running backs on the board I would have done over Monty. That's just because I see him differently, and that's okay. It's a decent team. I like the two stacks that you've got. I like Logan and Jonnu. I think they'll cover. But again, there is some worries with the wide receiver depth. There is some worries in the tight end room. So I would give this a B flat. But it is a good team. You're going to win a ton of games because you have Mahomes and Hill. I'm just questioning the depth. Yeah.
All right. We probably shouldn't grade ours. We'll just get everything. Fine. Cole World, Kyler Murray, Justin Herbert. I mean, you're chilling. You're buzzing, okay? You got Swifty at the 3-6, Kareem Hunt, Mike Davis, Naeem Hines, and J.D. McKissick. With the A-Rob, Tyler Lockett, Robbie Anderson, Michael Pittman, Henry Huggs, and Mike. Is it Michael Callaway? Yeah.
Marquez Callaway.
Come
on, bro. Why are you sleeping on my guy?
With Adam Troutman.
Get to know the name.
And Gronk. I'm just not high on him. Adam Troutman and Gronk. Doesn't mean I don't know his name. Anyways.
Well, you didn't know.
This is a good team. I knew his last name. I knew who he was. I just don't know his first name. I like this team. I think for me, the biggest question mark is definitely the tight ends. I'm not in love with Gronk. These two guys do have high upside. Troutman is going to come in and be this number one guy. Gronk, I mean, now he's rotating with 3 other guys. OJ Howard's back, so that's going to be interesting to see. And then I like your running back room: Swift, Kareem, Mike Davis, Naeem Hines, and J.D. McKissick. If these guys all kind of fill out the role that they kind of did last year, this is a really strong running back room. Obviously, with their expectation this year, it kind of feels the same. So I like it. And the wide receiver room: Allen Robinson, Tyler Lockett. I think this is where I probably disagree. Tyler Lockett at the 6-7, who was available? Cooper Kupp, Brandon Ayuk, T. Higgins I would have taken, over a Tyler Lockett potentially. Robbie Anderson as decent. Michael Pittman. This is a good team. I like it. I like everything besides the Tyler Lockett. So I'm going to give this an A-.
This is actually a really good team. Yeah,
A-.
The fact that he's got Murray and Herbert, and then I'm not worried about his running back room. I'm not worried about his wide receiver room. Tight end's only question mark. But, dude, really, I mean, this is a really good team.
Just nitpicking, like if we're really trying to give you some good advice.
Yeah, we always have to nitpick.
Just A-. Tight end room is a little bit weak.
I love that team.
Let's go.
Okay, Killer K. You've got Trevor Lawrence, Tua, and Daniel Jones. Obviously, that is a weakness there. Running backs are Kamara, Harris, Fournette, A.J. Dillon, Madison. Wide receivers are Mike Evans, Jamar Chase, Adam Thielen, Jalen Waddle, Donovan People-Jones. Tight ends are Waller and Kmet. So even though you didn't go wide receiver, until the 5th round, I'm comfortable with your wide receiver room. It's not
I just lost
insane,
the thing. Sorry,
but
1 second.
I'm comfortable with your wide receiver room.
I just lost the mock draft. I have no idea how that happened. Here we go.
Is it the completed one? Maybe can you?
No, this is it. Sorry.
Okay. So anyway, like I said, you didn't go wide receiver until the 5th round, but I'm still comfortable with the wide receiver room that you have there. I don't think I would have taken Chase. I think I would have taken Cup. I think I would have taken Lockett, Ayuk, Higgins, but that's just me. Quarterback is obviously your weakness. Running back room, I think there's enough there. Obviously, Kamara Harris, but then I think Fournette, AJ Dillon, and Madison will do enough to kind of fill. It's not amazing, but there's enough to fill there. Tight end room is a massive, massive win for you. I'm gonna have to give this a B flat just because the quarterbacks. I think you're gonna be at a disadvantage some weeks because of your quarterback play.
You see, that's the hard part. That's where I disagree. I like the depth in quarterback, but I do think in some weeks they win, but some weeks they will pull off. But
I don't start to Daniel Jones on my team.
Yeah.
Ryan, I just don't want to be that. I mean, I get it in a 2 quarterback league. Yeah, they're valuable, but also the issue is that. So what Killer K did kind of here at the 4.6 is overcompensate because he didn't have a quarterback yet. I love Trevor Lawrence, but this is redraft. So personally, I feel like getting Trevor Lawrence at the 4.6, that's in my opinion too high to grab a quarterback if you missed out on the top 10, top 12 type guys.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that kind of hurts you there at the 4.6 because you're like, oh no, I don't have a quarterback. Let me grab Trevor Lawrence. When Lawrence could be great in his rookie year, but that doesn't always happen. So I think that's kind of the issue where I have it. If you were going to go late round quarterback and let's just see what happens with some of these starters, then I don't like the Trevor Lawrence in redraft pick at the 4.6.
Okay. Ryan, Dak Prescott, Carson Wentz, Big Ben with Zeke, Javonte Williams, Chase Edmonds, Trey Sermons, and Tony Pollard. I like both rooms, quarterback and running back room. When Carson Wentz does come back, I think it would be a good, decent asset as your QB2. And then Big Ben, I think for the fill-in when Carson Wentz does come back, I think it's good in my opinion. I have some good hopes and high hopes for Big Ben. I think he can get you some decent points. With Calvin Ridley, Scary Terry, OBJ, Terrence Marshall, Cole Beasley, and Paris Campbell, and then Robert Bobby Trees. What are my thoughts here? First impression is I like Calvin and Terry and Terrence Marshall, but I feel like Paris Campbell's a good, sleeper. Same thing with Cole. It's just I want somebody else. I don't think OBJ is that guy for me that's really key, lets me sleep comfortable at night. So I think I would have taken a Robbie, a Chenault, even a Debo over them, and that would have felt good as my wide receiver 3. So I think that's it. I like the running back room. And then Tanyan is good, but, what's his workload in? Randall Cobb's here. Not saying he's going to be taking a lot of touches or anything, but I think I would have taken my chances, with the Jonnu Smith. Obviously, all those other guys were off the board. I mean, I guess this is the next best thing. Hey, I don't know. It's just really hard for me in Robert Tanyan. But I think overall this team is good. Good wide receiver room, good running back room, or decent wide receiver room, good running back room. I like the quarterbacks in my opinion. I think for me, it's the tight end position that
This is a good team, honestly, though.
It is a good team. It is a good team. I'm just shaking it. I think I would rather have somebody else over Robert Tanyan, but I see why you took him. I know why. I'm just not confident in it. But I think overall, this is a B+ team for me.
Okay. All right. So, Tebow, you've got Tom Brady, Ryan Tannehill, Ryan Fitzpatrick. That's a good... See, here's the difference, right? Between Killer K and Tebow's team. Ryan Tannehill in the 4th feels so much better than Trevor Lawrence in the 4th. His rookie year in a redraft league. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
That feels so much better to me. Running backs are Chubb, Eckler, Mostert, Jamal Williams, Latavius Murray. Wide receivers are Julio Jones, Robert Woods, Chase Claypool, Curtis Samuel, Gabe Davis, tight ends are Higbee and Fursker. Honestly, this team, the only reason this isn't an A is because of the tight end position, Higbee and Fursker. Like, there are late tight ends that I really like. Higbee is like not in that tier, but he's still pretty decent. If you had gotten Troutman, that would have like put you at an A for me. I'm not saying I'm right or like what I say goes, but that's just how I'm grading it. So this is an A- team for me. He's good at wide receiver. There's enough depth there. There's enough starting good, capable wide receivers. He's great at running back with Chubb and Eckler, and then still has Mostert as his RB3. He's really good at quarterback. Brady and Tannehill. Guys who Brady's my quarterback 6. Tannehill, I think, is my 11.
You know,
and then y'all know how much I love Ryan Fitzpatrick as a late round quarterback this year. So this is a very good team. A-.
I think for me, I have to disagree with the Tyler Higbee. I like Tyler Higbee. You know, like I'm not.
I said I like him.
Yeah.
I just would have preferred to have Troutman over him.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do Troutman over Tyler Higbee, at least for me. All right, Sea Sox. Joe Burrow, Kirk Cousins, Jameis Winston. I like this. That's a good room for me. Jonathan Taylor, Mike Gesicki, Myles Gaskin, Melvin Gordon, and Devin Singletary. That's where this is where it's shaky in my opinion. Devontae Adams, Justin Jefferson, Jerry Jeudy, Michael Gallup, Devonta Parker, and T.Y. Hilton. I like your wide receiver room with Kyle Pitts and Evan Ingram. I like your tight end room as well. Your running back room is where it falls short. Melvin Gordon is actually decent. The problem is when he's going to get faded out, and when he does get faded out, is he going to have a role at all? You know, or is he just going to
have a role? It's just hard to say what it will be.
You know, is he going to result to that RB2 that oh hey, Javante's tired, come in, or is it really going to be like a true 50-50 like running back by committee backfield?
Good risk in the ninth round.
It is definitely a decent, but I think I'm scared. I'm still scared with these two, but I do like the room. I'm scared. Okay. Myles Gaskin, I think I would have taken. Who would I have taken over? Would you take Ronald Jones over Myles Gaskin? Absolutely. At least for me.
No.
For me, I would. But that's just once again nitpicking. I think this is a decent.
PPR,
team.
No way.
This is a decent team for me. I'm gonna give it a B flat. It's not amazing, but I do like it.
Okay.
So we do Jacob.
So Jacob was on auto draft pretty much from his third pick onwards. So we're not going to grade that team because no one actually drafted it, unfortunately. Friendly reminder, guys, if you do join us, please make sure that you are able to stay through it. If you're not, don't worry. There's going to be more mock drafts to be a part of. You know, it's all love regardless.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we're probably not going to grade the team because no one actually drafted it. Mm-hmm. But I think, in my opinion, Cole World's the winner tonight. But I would love to know your thoughts.
No, I completely agree. Cole World is the winner. Kyler Murray, Justin Herbert with Swift, Hunt, Mike Davis, Naeem Hines, J.D. McKissick is nasty. A-Rob, Tyler Locker, Robbie Anderson, and Michael Pittman. With Troutman,
this is a sexy team, dude. Mm-hmm. This is a sexy team.
I think the once again the biggest question mark is the tight end position, but it has a lot of upside.
Can Swift be the RB1? But I think there's enough there, like, to cover the RB room. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Can we get a little hype?
Come on. Congratulations there from Cole World. Great work. Hey, guys, thank you so much for coming through for the stream. We're going to do, once again, we do this every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to be part of this mock draft, any mock drafts, Dynasty redrafts, or Superflex redraft, join our Discord. The link is in the description on the solo.to link. So go through there. But all love, man. It's cool. Shout out to Noah and D Daniel.
I think I put the right person as the winner of the night, which was, I think, on Cole World. Your name on Discord is Dreamville Matt. Could be wrong. That's really funny if I put the wrong person. But congrats on mock drafter of the night. We're gonna record a podcast now. Wide receivers, top 12 wide receivers. Mm-hmm. And honestly, guys, these videos that we've been putting out and these podcasts, I mean, like, we don't like to say, oh, we're grinding, we're putting in work for you, but honestly, like, we're doing so much to make these great for you. So I really hope that you love them. Yesterday I started work at 8 a.m. and we didn't stop until midnight. That's been 2 days in a row. So big love, guys. Thanks for showing love. Appreciate y'all. We're doing everything we can to make sure the content is tip top for you.
Yeah.
With the 2-man squad that we've got. But big love, guys. We will see you in a YouTube video soon, but on a live stream next week.
Oh, love y'all. See you there.